Hello, Internet! Welcome to another episode of ShoutStone. My name is Shalthis from the GKick Podcast, and we are getting set for another Fireside Duel Shoutcast. This time, we will see who we're going to get. Now, we picked this up from the official Blizzard channel, so this video is all Blizzard's property, but I'm going to shoutcast it because I don't have anything else to shoutcast for right now. So let's see what we're going to get in this first game. Garrosh versus Uther, Warrior versus Paladin. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to look at this from the Warrior perspective. Let's take a look. Brawl, awesome card to keep. He's going to get rid of pretty much everything except Brawl. Alright. Pretty reasonable decision. Some good low-cost cards, but I think he wants some minions out there. Let's see what he gets. Leroy Jenkins, Crazed Alchemist, Cruel Taskmaster. Pretty good minion set there. Brawl, an awesome card to clear the field when things look a little hairy. Well, a secret goes into play for Uther right off the bat. What will Garrosh do? Gonna play that Shield Bearer. No attack on the Shield Bearer, but he can buff it later on with other cards, and at least he has good 4 health minion there to absorb any incoming damage. Should Uther try anything clever? Knife Juggler, awesome minion right there. Not only is it low cost with a lot of health and damage, but it also inflicts damage on a random enemy every time a minion is played. So it's really handy, and can be a good way to kind of whittle down opponents, clear the field, things like that. So it's kind of hesitant to play anything that's a 1 health minion, but he is going to try playing the Cruel Taskmaster, and he's going to buff. There it is. So it deals a little damage, but gains 3 attack, and it'll quickly clear that Knife Juggler. Oh, but the secret has been triggered. What are we going to get? Noble Sacrifice. Great secret card. Quick 2/1 minion to absorb the damage. And with that 1 damage from Knife Juggler and the counter damage from his opponent, that cleared out that knight. So we are down to one-on-one action on this minion board right now. Blessing of Wisdom. So this is a great card to help build up your deck. So he's gonna take that minion out, eat a couple points of damage, get an extra card. Hopefully it's something useful. And he's going to drop another secret on the field. Garrosh is in a bit of a bind here if he can't answer this. Execute. Handy card. He had that in his initial hand, decided to go against it, but he is going to play it to clear that minion off the field. And he does so swiftly. Because that Knife Juggler with Blessing of Wisdom would be a pain in the butt to deal with. Crazed Alchemist hits the field. And the secret has been triggered yet again. Repentance will immediately reduce that minion's health to 1. You couldn't really have picked a better minion to play in that regard, unless it was one that was actually a 1 health minion. At least it wasn't something a little more substantial, but it is early in the game. I probably would have saved that secret for a little later in the game, just to kind of prevent any of those really high health minions from coming into play and causing some damage. It could have been really useful to kind of counter with that, but... Alright, Uther is equipping the Sword of Justice. And he will take care of that minion. So the field is clear yet again. Uther is down a couple points, but it's basically an even game at this point. Korkron Elite. Words are hard. Excellent minion. Does a nice sizable hit to Uther. Puts him on the back foot as we move along. Uther's going to play Harvest Golem. Now that Death Rattle will summon a 2/1 Golem minion. So when that minion dies, and it is buffed to 3/4 right now, but when it dies it will summon a 2/1 minion. So all these buffs coming from that weapon. So why those minions are a little more powerful. But he's going to bypass the minions and just keep dealing damage straight to Uther, playing Leroy Jenkins. But here come the whelps. The field is heavy, but there is Brawl still in Garrosh's deck. If things get a little out of hand, he can clear the field, and the odds are there will be a whelp left behind. And that really depends on, I mean, just because there's 2 of them, so that's really the odds are, but it could be anything. Could be one of his minions, could be one of his opponent's minions. If it is just a whelp, then it could have been better off. Oh, and Cairn Bloodhoof. Look at that death rattle. When he dies, summons a 4/5 Bane Bloodhoof. That's a pretty big deal. Looks like they're going to trade minions there, clear the side, and damage will start to be dealt to Garrosh. Now, will he play Brawl to clear that field? Now, if he does that, and Bane dies, or Cairn dies, then Bane will be summoned. And here we go. What do we get? It will be a whelp. Indeed, it is a whelp that will last. And here comes Bane Bloodhoof as the death rattle. So things are a little more even now. Health is still significantly in the warrior player's favor as we roll forward. What's he playing now? Illidan Storm Rage. Makes everybody, basically clears the field. At least it clears the hands of players. Now damage to be dealt to Garrosh. Still things are a little bit even. Arcanite Reaper. Excellent weapon. Will he equip it? I think he's deciding he is going to equip the Arcanite Reaper. Get some of that extra damage in place. He's going to do Slam to Illidan. Now Illidan will remain alive, so he will get to draw a card, thanks to the perk of Slam. And there goes Illidan. But Garrosh will eat 7 damage on that. So now the warrior is on the back foot. 12 to 14 at this point. Uther is going to drop out Guardian of Kings to get a 6 health buff back. Big key thing. And he plays a secret. What kind of secret is it? We don't know, but we will find out. The damage is being dealt to Garrosh, who is now in dire straits. Really needs to clear the field. Really needs to protect himself. It is not looking good for the warrior player at this point. But what will he play? He is going to play Inner Rage on... I don't remember who that is. But anyway, game is still going on. A little bit of damage being dealt. King Mukla hits the field. The banana's going into his opponent's hand. And he will strike. But the secret's triggered as he tries to strike against Uther. And it is a noble sacrifice. A key noble sacrifice to eat that 5 points of damage and pretty much end the game for Garrosh. There is just nothing this poor guy can do at this point. And he knows it. Well played. So Uther just needs to make that final strike and end this thing. And he's going to banana buff King Mukla. But he's going to strike. And there you have it. Game, set, match. Uther, the Paladin, wins the game. Unfortunately, Garrosh, you lose yet again. But that is going to do it for today's Shoutcast. Keep in mind, check the description if you have any games of your own. I know that the game is not yet out, but if when you get into the beta, if you have any games of your own, send me the videos. I will cast them for this channel. I'll put them up. And that's going to do it. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Find the links in the description below. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.